on me and well,
We
let's
are
see, did I
here.
make it? Oh, I did. I made it under that 10-minute college rule.
Oh yeah.
Like if your professor wasn't there and within 10 minutes you bolted.
Yep. I do the same thing when I'm hosting a Zoom or something and I'm the speaker. If nobody shows up, I'll shut it down.
Yeah. Or we can, I mean, I don't have anything. It just was catch up, whatever camaraderie.
Yeah, yeah. Today's kind of weird. I'm in a hotel in a Fairfield Inn right now. Chris is in some meetings and Travis is I'm not sure what Travis is doing. Um he's got some busyness going on too. I know he had that wedding last week, so
Oh,
he's
yeah.
probably trying to get life back to normal after getting all the wedding out of the way. Yeah, so
Crying in the corner because it didn't, because like everything else doesn't come in at under budget.
yeah, yep. Anything new going on in your world financially? I mean, the run's over and
Yeah,
back to normal now.
yeah, kind of. I'm finding my way back. It's, you live, well, you probably have lived parts of that of your life. I mean, you start living a nomad and you realize you don't need this and you don't need that. And then you get back and it's kind of like you're sitting there and you look and go, wait,
Yeah, man, I've
I
had
didn't know
that
I
feeling
had
so
this.
intense before that I've thought, let me get a few things out of the house, and if it burns down, then I'll just be perfectly okay.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, we're still not to that level, but we've tried to get to that. It's like you say, the key things. And then, yeah, if it burns down, you know, guns,
Yeah,
you can go buy more guns, you know, photos, you still have your memories,
yeah,
all
and
that
everything's
stuff.
digital now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah, just let me grab my safe with the paperwork and my emergency hard drive in there, and I can
yeah,
start over.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be, yeah, exactly. Hard drive and the laptop run out the door. And because
Yep.
I've not been diligent enough to set up some kind of like RAID system and I'm backing up and all that safety. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm big on minimalism, like in my own life, but the hard part that I run headlong into is everybody has their own version of that. So I can be minimalist, but my wife and every kid is different,
yeah,
and basically you end up with a house full of everybody's stuff.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, I've gotten, back where I have some cell service and that was probably the hardest. And because I knew it was a temporary season, I didn't invest, whatever that is, Skylink or Satlink or whatever it's called, Starlink. But so there was a lot of times I was living on like, and it wasn't 5G, it was like 1 bar
Yeah. Yep.
LTE. So it's like these calls and things like that were non-existent.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Since this is recorded, quite a few people are watching it. For anybody that's watching this, Jeff ran across Kansas. And how long did it take, Jeff?
Well, it was planned. It was planned. It was a 9-week run, five days a week, 10 miles a day. So 50 miles a week. But yeah,
Yeah. And what was the weather like?
everything from first day starting in a blizzard with 50-mile-an-hour gusts to perfect, to starting to get humid for me.
Yeah.
I'm a desert dweller, so humidity's not part of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. I just drove from my house in South Carolina, which it's humid there, but we're, I don't know, about 3,000 feet up elevation. And I'm in Alabama now, and just dropping in elevation, I can feel it.
Yeah. But yeah, so now the only and Chris, with you on here, I need to I'll get with you outside of this, some of the farming stuff, and I need to pull the trigger and get involved. More than just sitting on the bleachers.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I don't know anything about farming other than, enough to hurt myself, but Chris lets me
Yeah.
follow a lot of their communication, and man, they are busy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no matter what the market seems to be doing, Chris's team they're making money either way, just knowing what they're doing.
Yeah, that kind of was, yeah, as he presented that and I looked at it, I mean, I don't want to get too cliche, but it kind of reminded me of the movie Trading Places, when whatever Mortimer, the two brothers, they're like, we don't care what the market does. We get a commission on either side.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Chris has found like a digital vending machine that's just is going, whether you're selling or buying. Yep. So it sounds like you're wanting to get into learning how to farm, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go the other route and get Chris to do some videos with me and stuff. And I'm going to do the managed route because I got so much other stuff going on. It's not something else I want to do. And so that'd be pretty cool because we'll have two new people for Chris doing polar opposites of
Polar opposites.
farming.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I can see. Yeah, you're not going to quit your day job with it, but it's definitely, you could make it be, buy a Starbucks or two with it.
Yeah. Yep. And let's see, as far as Boris, he may pop in, but I've been talking to Boris, and I think his Zoom calls have kind of dropped off. The initial interest has waned, and he's got a few diehards. And so we're going to transition Boris to more similar to what Chris is doing. More of a kind of a standalone, and it's not all going to be on Zoom calls and stuff. And Boris is a little crazy, and I don't mind if he hears that because he knows he's a little wild man. And, but we want to keep him in, but some structure. I know some of the people have been wanting a little more structured kind of thing. And so that way, whether you're farming or airdropping, we got, two experts to send people to.
Yeah, the airdrop intrigues me, but it just, and it could be, my whatever ADD or whatever. I just can't get myself to that level of whatever, almost hyperactivity.
Yeah.
It seems like I mean, I'm sure if I got myself in, I could hyper focus and then just probably be a gold mine. But so I don't know if it's age or ADD or what.
It's probably both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss the old days of crypto when you just you put some money in, and depending on the program, whatever, 36 hours or whatever, you just withdrew it and started the timer over.
Yeah.
That just wasn't sustainable though.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like it's just, and maybe I spend time with him, or like you're saying, if you're going to do this stuff with Boris, it just seems like there are too many exceptions, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's new enough to me. I would need some like hand holding, like, just, help me do this, help me do that. And one of these days I'll be able to do it on my own, but not yet.
Yeah. And that may be what I need to do with him. I would be okay with that because it is. There's a lot of, I'm sure you're the same way. There's a lot of stuff that I know enough to almost be dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and you're talking old age EDD. I'm still kind of, I mean, I love passive stuff, but the stuff I enjoy the most is like actual hands-on, like, I think that's why I've gravitated towards the farming, like real life farming kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like actual, just getting my hands dirty and doing something. I just got to find ways to do multiple streams and passive income off of that.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose if you're, yeah, and I'm sure you're in smaller level farming. I mean, I grew up where I grew up. I mean, you weren't a farmer unless you owned, I'm going to say 4 sections of ground,
Yeah.
and or you were, but the real farmers were, you know,
Yeah. Guys
farming.
that were gone so long they may have to spend the night out with the
Yeah.
tractor.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was always close, but I mean, you're farming a square mile of,
Yeah.
so you're running four-wheel drive tractors and well, it's all no-till now, but 40-foot discs and
Yeah.
a
No,
lot of
the crew I
money.
spent last week with, we toured a bunch of farms, and aside from the beef farms, because they had rotational grazing, so they had to be pretty big. But almost every farm was full time, and they were under 10 acres. And it's what I loved about it though. They were doing multiple streams off of it. Like most of them had glamping sites on site, and like big yurts that people would stay in. And
Okay.
then it was value added stuff was what they called it. Like doing farm to table dinners on the farm and you pick kind of stuff. Like we toured a couple of flower farms where they made most of the money off of you pick. Like people just pay to come and pick their own flowers.
Huh. I
Yeah.
could see that. That could be. I mean, yeah, you're a couple miles outside of a semi-metropolitan area to metropolitan.
Yep. Yeah. So it's pretty neat. That's kind of what I'm looking into. And I didn't realize how much I could do with forest farming because I've got 10 acres that I work on, and I don't know, about 6 of it is forest. But we went to a ginseng farm, and the guy had, I don't know, maybe half an acre of ginseng planted, and he said there's $100,000 in the ground right here. And it's pretty amazing. So,
Wow.
yeah,
We should
ginseng is
connect.
great.
We should connect offline or a separate deal or make it a whole deal. Because my brother-in-law has my wife's family homestead, what's left of it.
Yeah.
He purchased it and it's 27 acres. And I want to say 19 of the 27 is whatever, birch trees, elm trees,
Oh, wow. No,
whatever.
if he's got birch trees, there's actually certain mushrooms that you can only grow on birch. And
Okay.
it's like a cash crop with the mushrooms.
Huh.
Yeah.
That may be, and well, he splits his time between Wyoming and where the farm is in Kansas.
Yeah. 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 You could, one thing I did see also was the people, once they moved into full time, they hired a farm manager. And so that might be something he could do where, it's almost like, oh, well, it's almost like delegating. I mean, you own the farm, but you let the farm manager run it and make quite a bit of money off of it.
Okay, because that's what her family they did with the family farm. They owned quite a bit of ground out in western Kansas. I mean,
Yeah.
they had a farm manager and they leased the ground to actual farmers.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. As long as you find the right one and dictate how they do things, like, they're not just farmers that are going to go in and till everything up and cut
Right.
all your trees down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because there's something like that too. The ginseng guy, I mean, you get so much money for ginseng. He said he's had to shoot people on the property, like shooting at them just in the dark, trying to come in and get all of his ginseng.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Would
he's
that
got
grow?
motion detectors and everything.
I'd have to look it up, or maybe would that grow in Kansas?
I'm not sure. He grows other medicinal plants too, because there's one called golden seal that
Okay,
I
I've heard of
think
that.
I'm going to have a better time growing where I'm at because I've got a lot of pine trees, and
Uh-huh.
the pine trees raise the pH in the soil, and golden seal will grow better than ginseng. Let's see, ginseng range. Yeah, I'm looking to see. Yeah, Kansas is on here. Or no, wait, maybe not. No, man, the map I'm looking at, I mean, you can probably find other maps where Kansas is included, but the map I'm looking at has Oklahoma and then skips Kansas and it's got Nebraska on there.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, if it would grow in the 2 states around you, then I'm sure it would grow there.
You would think.
Like I say, you can probably find a map that, yeah, here's a map that it's got, oh, it's got all of Kansas on there.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, might be something to look into. I met some people too that were raising forest raised pigs. So they're basically free range. They're not wild pigs or anything, but they're forest free range pigs.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they eat the acorns and everything. And so it's like a different flavor in the pork, which means you could charge a lot more for it.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm not getting into pigs, so I'm not
No.
interested in that yet. Got enough to
Yeah.
do with feeding my kids.
I hear you.
Yep. So what is it you do full time again, Jeff?
Right now, nothing, but I've got to, that's my agenda now that I'm back, is to figure out what's next, what the next chapter of my life looks like.
Okay, I thought you were retired, but I wasn't sure if you'd gotten back into
Well,
something.
no, I'm not retired, but I walked away.
Sabbatical, we'll call it that.
That's what I keep calling it, but my wife's like, you can't do that. I think you're a teacher. And I'm like, man, let him think whatever.
Yeah. Is she working?
Um, oddly enough, she was a teacher, and the challenges that were coming through the school she was working in, she walked away in December.
Okay. So she's on sabbatical for real.
She's on sabbatical too. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, I'm open to anything. That's the problem. I don't know what I want to do. I know there's a lot of stuff. It's gotta be rewarding. I know I have to be with people, so it would have to be some kind of hybrid work.
Mhm.
Whether, and I mean, if I can find the right gig, if you will, or the right niche, I wouldn't be opposed to owning it, but I'd almost rather not,
Yeah.
just as long as as long as I had some place to go, that I'm around people, let's say 3 days a week and 2 days remote or something.
Yeah.
That would be. So, yeah.
Yep.
Keep
I just
in
got
mind
to, on the way here, I was listening to Ryan Riegers. He just came back from a sabbatical from his podcast for a while. He was gone for a month. And I'm doing a lot of praying and looking at opportunities. And he's rebranding the whole thing. And he started working with a new group. I think he's advising an entrepreneurial group, maybe in Dallas. I haven't looked into it yet to see exactly what he's doing, but he's rebranding this podcast and everything.
wow.
Yep. Well, Jeff, I hate to kick you off,
No.
man, but I got to go get dressed for a funeral. And
Oh, that's right. I saw that. I'm sorry about
oh,
that.
no. I just it was kind of nice. I've been stuck in the car just talking to myself all day, so it's kind of nice to talk to some people for a minute.
No, but I mean, I saw the post about your friend and that. Sorry to hear that, but
Oh yeah, long EMS partner of mine, long time, and actually his wife called me yesterday before I packed, and she said wear the kilt because me and him used to always wear kilts together and do stuff.
yeah,
So I'm going to preach his funeral with my kilt on.
right on.
He would have liked it, so that's cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, well, thanks for popping in, man. It's good talking to you.
You too. I appreciate you taking the time.